Hello, and welcome to the Erie County District Attorney's Office, a weekly YouTube video that we do here in the Erie County DA's office every week to update all of you on various criminal justice matters that are occurring not only here in Erie County, but across the state and across the country. We recently had the newly elected for her first full term as governor, Kathy Hochul, give her State of the State address to the state. And in that State of the State address, she recognized a lot of issues related to public safety. There is no arguing really that crime was an important factor in her election. And with her victory, she is now stepping up and addressing some of the issues that are on all of us' minds, including me as the Erie County District Attorney. The biggest thing, I guess, that has garnered the attention of the public obviously involves bail reform. There's been a lot of talk about bail reform. There's been a lot of talk about the new law that went into effect on January 1st, 2020, dealing with bail. And the governor obviously recognizes the need to address that, and she did. She stated, in her State of the State presentation, that there is a possibility, and she wants to explore this possibility of removing the least restrictive measure provision of the bail reform statute. The way it works right now, obviously we have non-qualifying offenses that judges cannot put bail on anyone, which are mainly misdemeanors and low-level nonviolent felonies. But then we have the qualifying offenses, which are mainly the felonies, where judges can put bail on an individual. If a judge decides to put bail on an individual, that judge is mandated by New York state law to start out and analyze the least restrictive measure. I personally believe that is a faulty standard. The majority, if not, I shouldn't say all, but the majority of the district attorneys across this state also have issues with that standard. And the governor recognized that. And the governor said that it is now on the table where we can have a discussion now about whether or not to get rid of the least restrictive measure standard that judges have. And I think that's an important first step. I think that is going to help. If we can get rid of that, which I'm advocating, then that is going to help efforts to keep our communities safer. Obviously, I would also like to see a dangerousness standard that judges can employ when they are putting bail on someone. I think that, that's going to be a heavier lift, obviously. And so I applaud the governor and I concur with her decision to let's start with least restrictive measure and then go from there. I also applaud the governor for recognizing the need for financial resources for not only DA's offices, but law enforcement in general. The governor came out with a bold plan to give more money for mental health, for alternatives to incarceration, and for reentry programs. These are all very important programs that, yes, these can reduce crime and make our communities safer, because if you give prisoners more money for reentry programs to get them a job when they come out of jail, then the chances are they're not going to go back to a life of crime. And that helps all of us out. So I applaud the governor for that. And then on top of that, she recognized law enforcement measures as well. She wants to double the GIVE program, which is a gun violence program, anti-gun violence program. Wants to double that money. She wants to triple the money for aid to prosecutors. That grant that we get here in Erie County, we get about $600,000 a year from the aid to prosecution grant. She wants to triple that, which is phenomenal for my office. In addition to that, she wants to keep the discovery money. The state got $40 million last year for discovery. We here in Erie County got about $4 million of that. She wants to keep that as a reoccurring expense going forward as well. And so I just can't, quite frankly, say enough good things about the governor's State of the State address. And now we need to work with the Assembly and the Senate to get these passed in the budget in April. Until that next time, I'll talk to you later.